Your GPS good, man. You find the place. Anyway, come in. The dog tie up round the back.
Make sure, or you'll have to fork out up to $3 million.
$3 million? For a little dog bite?
Did you complete the little business analysis we talked about? Because today we're looking at risks. Like how you run a risk with your guests if you don't tie up that dog. So with the best of intentions, you have your dog for protection, but anything can happen, so you have to plan for that. Since we're on this topic, a risk is the probability of an outcome having a negative effect on people, your systems or your assets, or just the objectives of the business in general. Now if we get a hurricane and you don't have access to Wi-Fi or telephone to contact your guests or change bookings, this negatively impacts your business. A hurricane is a big risk to your business. Do you have any other risks you can think of? You should write them down. Remember, we have a template for that.
Well, my cottage can catch a fire, so I might need insurance for that.
That's good. Are there any other risks?
Yeah. What about flooding and earthquake?
And what happened to us with COVID?
Yes, COVID too. But how you protect against COVID though? Insurance can cover the rest. But that COVID something there, rough.
Okay, some insurance companies consider things like COVID acts of God, or they have a specific section for pandemics. But let's say you don't have insurance. What you could do is save and/or invest money that could sustain you over time. For example, if it takes $10 to run your business monthly, you know it would take you $120 for the year. So having that kind of money saved up could help you ride through the storm. Remember, no matter how similar two businesses are, the risks could be somewhat different. What about your list, Sasha?
Go on talk, man, because me and her have more or less the same kind of risk them. If tourists no come, we might have to lock up shop or find another hustle.
We don't want that, right? So you have to be fully aware of what your vulnerabilities are. Whether hurricane, earthquake, COVID, or another natural disaster, or man-made disaster, you have to be prepared by identifying these risks. So you know if you build your business on a hillside, the risk is that the landslide can take it.
Yeah. So then, how you know what kind of risk for look for?
What do you mean?
Like how me have my business now. I know some things carry risk. But what about the things I'm not realizing? Them no must carry risk too.
Good question. So you see that business continuity plan guidebook I told you about on our website? It addresses some of your questions. But in a nutshell, the next step would be to complete a risk assessment. Some things you will know offhand, but other things you can use the checklist we have to guide you to determine what to look for. We also show you how to calculate the risk. So how likely you think on a scale of 1 to 10 is a hurricane or tropical storm hitting Jamaica?
Boy, me no know, you know. Every year them say big storm a come and then nothing.
Yes, true. Every year they make me buy up a whole heap of things and just little rainfall.
Okay, so maybe a full-blown hurricane didn't come. But was the heavy rains or tropical system that did in fact hit us affect your business?
Well, you know, say true, it touched me away, yes, because no tourists never did really come on my store.
Exactly. So what you do is say, well, the likelihood of a hurricane coming is at 3, but the severity is also at 3. You then multiply both and that gives you 9. 9 is pretty serious on our scale. And so you need to put in mitigating factors to address these risks, which in this case are also hazards.
Oh, I see what you mean now. Mr. Robert, you're bright bad.
Thanks. But these are all things I learned at TIFF while doing a business continuity plan. So using this 3x3 matrix, you can assess your risks better. Think about the risk and how you can mitigate against them. But you rank them in terms of most severe to least severe. You know a power outage will significantly hurt your business. Therefore, you get a generator. You can also do it in simpler terms. So if something happened every single year like a hurricane, then you would rank that very high. As opposed to something happening every 3 to 5 years, then it would just be moderate in terms of risks. You understand?
Kuya, me swear say Matrix I did only movie. It look like maths now.
Girl, stop embarrassing me. Anyway, Robert, so you rank them how now?
So just remember PACP. The first P is for prevent. So prevent those things with high impact on your business and high probability of happening. A, accept the risks with low impact on the business and low likelihood of happening. C, contain those with high likelihood of happening but low impact on your business. Like if light goes away for an hour or the battery for the cars you have in Juta dies. The last P is for plan. Plan for the ones that are not likely to happen, but if they happen, could cause a big impact on the business. Like a tsunami from an earthquake, or in our case, the pandemic.
Boy, Mr. Robert, you really opened my eyes today. I really understand. I just need to get a little deeper on the impact part. Because I never think about them something there before, you know. Now you really have me afraid.
Fret not, my dear. Next week, Friday, we have an online workshop for some other business owners hosted by TEF, and we will be talking about the impact on business. We refer to that as business impact analysis. Usually these sessions are hosted by TPD Co, but for this topic, my office will be leading this one. You can make it?
All if me did have things to do, I have to come. Boy, I go see if the little man can come with me now, because this really going to stress me out.
Okay, great. I'm counting on seeing you at the online workshop. See you guys then.